Hi, it's Arvid Swan. I'm here with Chris Jackman. We're going to do a little interview with Chris. Chris, where are you from?
I'm from Miami, Florida.
Okay, but you also have lived in many different states, haven't you?
Yeah, well, actually, I'm born in Mexico. Not a lot of people know that or believe me when I say that. And so I am Mexican on my passport. I've gone from Mexico to New Jersey to Chicago, back to Mexico. I lived in California for a couple years, then went all the way back to Miami. Went to Texas for half a year, and then back to Miami, and that's where I'm stationed right now.
And in Miami, are you living in Key Biscayne?
Well, yeah, actually, I usually say Miami, but it's actually a little key called Key Biscayne. You just have to take a bridge off the mainland, and it's kind of like its own private village. It's
definitely safe to say that that it's a nice place to live. I've been down there, and it's right next to where the NASDAQ is at.
Actually, yeah, I used to work there at the NASDAQ. I just ride my bike right over. It's a good 5-minute bike ride.
Okay. Well, tell us, what are you studying, Chris, at Northwestern?
Well, currently I just decided what I wanted to study. I think I'm going to be a comm studies major and perhaps little legal studies. And I might minor in business institutions.
Okay, that's terrific. So for those people at home, comm studies is short for communication studies. Okay. Chris is a very gregarious person, and I think he's going to do very well within that major. He also has a specialty in Portuguese, isn't that right, Chris? Haven't you been taking a few Portuguese classes while at Northwestern?
Well, during my freshman year, I took maybe 2 Portuguese classes a quarter, so I'd say right now I can hold up a pretty good conversation. It was in between Portuguese and engineering that I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Okay, but he's decided to go with communications. Well, now Chris, tell me a little bit about your game. You know, what do you do well on the court?
I'd say definitely one of my strengths is using my forehand. As you've seen in Arvid's lessons of the week, he talks about how to use the forehand, and I feel like that's a big part of my game.
Okay, yeah, I absolutely agree. Chris has a great forehand, he has great hands, he has an ability to come forward and finish at the net. His serve is dramatically improved. We made some really good changes his freshman year on his serve, and he's popping the serve now, and really able to control play, especially off of his first serve. Chris, what are you working on in your game? What are some of the things that you're working on?
Definitely one of the major things I'm working on is my backhand, trying to make it a strength or neutralize the point, and definitely coming in more. Definitely working on my net game because an all-court game is beneficial here in indoor tennis. So.
That's great. And you know, tell me about what you do in your spare time, Chris. I know you are a social person, and everybody likes Chris Jackman, believe me. You go to the dorms, he's known on campus to be a very likable young man. So what do you do in your spare time?
On my spare time, that's a good question. I like to get involved with Northwestern. I've been doing a couple of community service things. I like to get involved in like the philanthropies, dodgeball tournaments, I don't know. Everything Northwestern available I try to go to, volleyball games, etc.
What about movies? Aren't you a movie aficionado?
I do watch a lot of movies in my dorm.
Fantastic. And who's your roommate, Chris?
My roommate's actually Spencer Wolf on the tennis team as well. We've been roommates. This is our 2nd year. Probably going to room with each other for the next 4 years, if I'm assuming too much. But our next 2 years.
We're hoping that Chris graduates in 4 years. So, but
all 4 years. I mean.
All 4 years. Okay. Well, Chris, we really appreciate your time. You're a great player. I know the folks at home will look forward to seeing you play this year, seeing great things for you and the Cats. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Coach.